everyone, welcome back to Cinema Squad. Today I have sort of like a special review here. I have just finished watching Red State, the new Kevin Smith film. It's I've been hearing a lot about this film since last year when he released a trailer and some pictures, and I was really looking forward to watching this one. One, because I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. I have forgiven him for some of his, I forgave him for Zack and Miri, but I still haven't forgiven him for Cop Out. But I'm a huge fan of the guy. What can I say? I mean, Clerks, Chasing Amy, Clerks 2, they're all great films. And when I heard that he was going to direct a horror film, I was kind of worried. I mean, it's a huge. I used to think that Kevin Smith would never work out of his own little box, which is the Jay and Silent Bob comedies. They're pretty funny. I like them all, even Clerks 2. I thought it was a great film, but when it comes to doing something else, we have Jersey Girl, which is not a terrible film, but it's not as good as the other ones. We have Zack and Miri Make a Porno, which has some pretty good. He wrote that, so there's some pretty good dialogue scenes in there. And Cop Out, which is a movie that he only directed, and it's I couldn't finish the movie. So when I found out he was gonna go direct a horror film, I was sort of worried. And the movie just came out on iTunes. You can rent it on iTunes for $10. It's a great film. It's totally different from what I was expecting. At first, watching the trailer, I thought it was going to be like Hostel. The plot is basic. You have this family. They're like religious extremists, kind of like the Phelps family, like the Woodsboro Baptist Church people, the one that says that God hates the world and stuff. The only difference, and he makes it clear in the film, that they're not the Phelps. The Phelps are actually mentioned in the film at some point. These people are the Phelps with guns. The movie begins really simple. It's like three teenagers. They're like, they got this offer to have sex with this older lady in the middle of the woods at night. Pretty basic for a horror film. And right there, I'm gonna say that the three teenagers are pretty good. You have Michael Angarano there, that kid that was in Almost Famous, Lords of Dogtown. So they go to this place. It's like a trailer in the middle of nowhere where they're gonna have sex with this woman. And it's an older lady, and it's played by Melissa Leo, and she's the daughter of the fanatic priest that's played by Mr. Michael Parks. And the guy is scary. So they go there, they have drinks, the booze is like mixed with some drugs, they fall asleep, they pass out, and when they wake up, they're like in cages. And this is where the movie just shines. Like the scene where you have this guy in a cage and in a church, and you have Michael Parks reaching for his congregation. It's like his family. You have kids there. You have like really small children. And he's giving this brilliant performance and saying how God hates homosexuals and stuff. And, and it gets tense. And I'm not going to say, okay, Michael Parks, he's a great actor, but his performance there, it's Michael Parks. I've seen that in Kill Bill, It's like, and he fits, he was really well cast for this part. Because you can totally understand how crazy and insane this dude actually is. So he's delivering these lines, and you have the kid there. And then you have this figure, there's this person that's like right by this giant crucifix, and it's like with a sheet on, and we don't know what's going on there. And as he goes on, and Kevin Smith is a great writer, and he sets up the scene so well. And he's like, his congregation, his daughter's there, and like the crazy guys, And I think one of his kids there, is the guy that played son number 1 on, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was. So, and then he was like, yeah, God hates, this God is not a forgiving, the whole Phelps rap. So at one point he was like, now I would like for the children to leave the room because this is gonna get more adult. So, and then he goes on the scene where, he unravels, like he removes the sheet, and we see this guy with one of those masks with a red ball thing, and a creepy thing. And they go on, and they wrap the dude, and bad things happen. I'm not going to spoil anything. But then you have this whole thing going on with the feds outside. And I would never think that Kevin Smith had this movie in him. But it's not something that I would expect Kevin Smith to direct, even though his DNA is all throughout the film. The dialogues, you have like some funny bits of stuff in there. Like when you know, the cops pass this group, you know, they're like protesting, kind of like what the Phelps do. And you have these signs, and they're pretty funny. One says by like anal penetration, eternal damnation. That's 100% Kevin Smith. So, but. And then you have this whole situation, crazy situation going on with the police outside, and they're trying to like, and you have, and the moral center of the film keeps shifting, and you know that they have like kids in there, and you know that the police is about to like break in and kill everyone, and so and this is all I thought that was really well thought. I mean, you know, there are no heroes and villains in this film, so it shifts. You know, it gives you so many perspectives, and there's like you know, he feeds you with so many stuff to think, but you hardly have any time because of the whole insane action that's going on. And I really liked it. I thought it was a great film, really well written, really thought-provoking and stuff. Now, the whole thing with the resolution, of course, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's it's a Deus Ex Machina, you know, like with Spielberg's War of the Worlds, where you have this like weird resolution in the end, but it's weird because it's like the whole theme of the film is so serious and stuff, and then you have like this thing happening, and it's a twist. It's a huge sort of twist, and it wraps up the whole situation, and you have like this last scene that serves as a explanation as to what happened, and it's awesome. Now, I would like to talk about Melissa Leo. The only other role that I can compare here, it's like Piper Laurie in Carrie. But Piper Laurie was way more intense than she is in the film. She's more contained and more realistic because, you know, like Carrie's mom was just like this over-the-top insane woman with, you know, talking about fire and brimstone. And even Michael Parks doesn't go as far as delivering that kind of performance, which makes it even scarier because it's more realistic. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, and if you know, just go watch it. It's worth it. It's a cool experience. So here was Clash CR77, and thanks for watching.